Hi, Steve.
Hi, Nicole. Let's see.
Hi, how you doing?
Fine. You can hear me okay?
I can. Am
Oh,
I
good.
too loud?
Just fine.
Okay. I have a new computer, but I bought a gaming computer to get a really good graphics card. And I found the sound is not as loud. So I have like mine up to 100. And I called HP about it, and they said that's because gamers usually use headphones. So the sound,
Oh,
isn't that funny? Things you don't think of.
right.
Yeah, yeah, always an education. Trying to change my name here. It's actually my husband's account, so
Oh, really? Okay.
because he gets one free because he's a teacher, so I kind of hijacked it. Only till the end of June, though. How are you
Oh,
doing?
fine. How are you?
Good, good. The weather's been crazy, like cold, hot, cold, hot.
You read my mind. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I said this morning.
it's crazy. I mean, it's kind of
Yes.
nice to have the break and not constant heat. Hi, Lonnie.
Hi.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm unmuted too. Oops, I didn't mean to be.
Oh, well, that's
How are
okay.
you?
I actually like the sound. Hi, Sharon. When you guys are all muted, I kind of go crazy, because I'm not getting any feedback.
Okay.
Do you want us to unmute ourselves then?
Yeah, I mean, unless you had a lot of stuff going on in the background, but otherwise, yeah, I'd love it if we could interact.
Okay, let me turn off the TV then. Hold on.
Oh, I can't hear it. It all depends on the microphone and the computer because some will only pick up what's right in front of them. So I can't hear your TV at all. You can't either, Steve, right?
No, I don't hear her TV. No,
No.
not at all.
I have three sons that are musicians as well as have full-time jobs, and there's a difference in microphones, like omnidirectional. I don't know what the other terms are, but and that makes a difference in how they pick up.
You look like you're perhaps on a television show.
Oh,
Oh, cool!
yes.
I like that.
Very good.
Yes.
I blurred the background because you know how like when you get on the computer, you're always so worried about your background, and the virtual backgrounds tend to go in and out, and I like this kind of blurred effect.
How do you do that?
Okay, here, I'll share with you right now. I hope we're not
Okay.
boring you, Sharon. You okay over there?
I'm good. I'm just trying to get to my office.
Okay.
Is
Cool.
it just me and Sharon?
And Steve's here.
Okay, hi Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Lonnie.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Let's see it though. The controls. Oh, here's the controls. Can you see when I open the video settings, or does it not allow you to see that? Can you see this box with video on it?
Yes, now I can.
Now we can.
Okay. If you click on background and filters, and you see how
Uh-huh.
it says none here,
Right,
and then here
right.
it says blur. So if I take it off blur, it looks like that. But I kind of like that
Oh.
because it makes you the focus.
Very
Oh,
cool.
interesting.
Thank you.
So that's an easy way. I have a friend who's a little bit of a hoarder, and the one day she was on, and I don't want to make anybody self-conscious because I have a lot of crap, but I tend to hide it before I get on screen. And but anyhow, she had her dining room table behind her, and she had it filled with stuff. And she's also a quilter, so she's not really a hoarder. She just has a lot of stuff. Do you know what I mean? That has to do
Yeah.
with quilting. Because if you've ever known a quilter, they acquire quite a bit of material. And I mean, I think she's probably got 3 sewing machines and just a lot of stuff. So, to be fair, hey, Victoria. And let's see, Robin. Okay,
Hello.
well, hi. Okay, I think it's 9:31, and so I don't want to make you guys wait. So I think we should start. The first thing I wanted to update everybody about was the transaction desk. And you guys, some of you may already know this. I'm in our transaction desk right now. As you know, you get to it from here because we all needed to write an offer, of course. And what happened when I would go into transaction desk to write an offer, I would see template and it would say template buyer, template seller. But I thought it was something transaction desk made. So I didn't pay much attention to it because we have our own list from the office, right? That we have to follow.
Yes.
And everybody, sometimes people you want to make sure you're using the right forms, basically. So anyhow, how I discovered this is I went into the settings one day and I went to transaction templates because I knew we could make our own. Well, when I went there, they're changed now, but I'll show you what I kind of saw. When I went there, it had said buyer packet, and down below it says created by Jimmy Day. And then it said listing packet down below created by Jimmy Day. I have changed them now because what happened when I opened them, some of the forms had been expired. Division, or actually our board of realtors had updated some of our forms. So I talked to Jimmy and I got permission to go in and update them all. And what I did on the buyer packet, I made a buyer packet with the brokerage agreement as well for those that use that buyer's brokerage, so that it comes up in there also. You don't have to go looking for it. So now, if you click on the house, you go to start a new transaction, and we're just going to call it, I'll do listing, for example, new listing. Whoops. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Hang on, try it again. Let me go back. Add new listing. And I'm not going to use the wizard. Well, I'll hit the wizard so I can show what it looks like. But the next step you want to do is you want to hit the template, and then you can pick. Some of you may have more templates in your system because one of the offices already had loaded some templates, and I can't remember if it was the Durango office or the Eastern office. The two offices just had the templates Jimmy did. So I've revamped the templates Jimmy did with his permission, of course. I discussed it with him first. And I made it say HSE and by JD, so you know it's ours. Okay. And then you can also create your own. So now let me hit the listing packet.
But that's a good shortcut though, right, Nicole, this here?
Definitely.
Okay.
So now you hit create. Oh, actually, if it was a listing packet, we certainly would pull in the MLS information. But I'm going to go ahead and hit create here. I highly recommend you do the wizard because that will help fill in your documents for you automatically. But right now I'm going to hit save and exit. And what I want to show you is that when I click on forms, all of the documents or the forms that I need, that don't turn into a document until we have it signed or save it as a document. All the forms that I need are loaded in. Okay. Documents are empty because once you have turned the form into a document, it'll go into that section. Now, the other thing I did was I added this checklist, and this coincides with what is in RSA.
Wonderful.
So all you have to do is once you've done your duties owed and you've loaded it to RSA, I recommend you come here and click on this hourglass, and that'll mark it as complete.
Oh.
Okay. If you don't need the duties owed supplemental, you could just go to the 3 dots and delete it.
Son of a gun.
Okay. So this could help us, for those of you that would like it more organized, I tried to do that.
Can you go through that again?
Yes,
most
please.
certainly.
Are you guys
'Cause I
okay
don't-
with that? Agnes
You read my
and
mind.
Sharon?
Yes, please review.
Thank you.
Okay.
But
That's
I'm
good.
with you.
And this time I'll do it with the buyer's packet. Okay. So when you first come to your transaction desk, you're on this page. However you get to your transactions, whether you go to the little bottom of the box here and click there, I just click on the house. You hit add. And this time I'm going to do a buyer. Okay. And I'm going to select the buyer packet. And I'm going to select the buyer packet with buyer's brokerage because I did a buyer's brokerage with this client. Okay, we wouldn't have a source. It will say use wizard, which I recommend. Hit create. And of course, naming. You should have a technique for naming your transactions too. I usually do the last name, a // and the property, but something, as long as you're doing the same thing each time so you can find your transaction easily.
Right.
Go down here, I'm going to hit save and exit right now. You guys would fill this out. At least I do, because I find it fills in my forms for me. It does part of the work already. Save and exit. I'm going to do that right now.
I have
So
a
now-
hand on naming.
What's that?
I said on naming, I said I have a hint for when
Oh,
I'm working
good.
with the buyer, because the property always changes if we're writing several offers, I use their last name. But on the listing, I use the address. And then once we're under contract, I'll add the last name dot whatever the address for a buyer.
Perfect. It's always so good to have a naming routine. I do the property only because I've had some where I have had, like even with the buyer, because I'll start a whole new transaction for a different property. Because otherwise, sometimes you get confused with which RPA, because how you're supposed to close. Once you've written a contract, you should have, the broker should get a copy of every contract you've written, even if it was declined, right? So that's why I do a separate one. But as long as you have a naming system, that's perfect.
Actually,
Some
I did
Oh.
not know that. If it was declined,
right?
the
Isn't,
broker needs it anyway?
yeah, hasn't anybody else heard that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I want to make sure I'm on the, because I'm
We've
not a
heard
broker.
it. We've heard it. We just don't always do it.
There
Exactly. Well, sometimes they don't decline your offer. Yeah, sometimes they won't give a written,
Right.
yeah, very hard. And I think that's, yeah, it's just kind of weird. The other thing I'd like to point out while we're in here is that whenever you're in your transaction desk, when you have a transaction open, everything on the right over here will keep you in that transaction. So if I hit forms here, I'm going to see the forms that I just imported into the transaction with that template. But if I were to hit forms over here, I'm going to go out into the general area, right? We all know that?
Oh, yeah, I do
Okay.
now.
Okay, good.
You told me
So now
before, though. I did know that.
Good. It took me a while to kind of fit that together because I would only go in here when I have to write an offer, and it was like I never really made friends with this transaction desk. And it is a good idea to look around in the settings and kind of make friends with it, and then it'll all go easier. So we were in that new sale, and because it goes so fast, I'll just do it again real quick. Okay, so let's go add new sale. This isn't going to be the whole hour, guys. We're just new sale 2. And I'm going to go with that buyer's brokerage packet, create. I guess it says, what are you doing? You're just tired. Okay, save and exit there. And now I'm going to move this over. If I hit on forms, there's all the forms, and I did go through and check them off on the RSA. The only things that aren't in here are like the MLS things that you have to pull up and put into RSA, your ER. When it's under contract, you want to get those into your RSA, folders as well. Now, the checklist I added, Jimmy didn't have the checklist associated with it. And all that does is gives you the opportunity that once you've done these different items, you can click over here and mark it done. And I would recommend you don't mark it done until you've uploaded it to RSA. And then that way you can stay within transaction desk and know you're okay in RSA. Does that make sense?
Yep, that's wonderful. If I can remember those steps.
Well, when you do that new sale, it's going to prompt you, right here,
Right.
templates. It's going to prompt you.
Okay.
And like I said, depending on which office you're registered at, one of the offices, the broker there had put some templates in, but I think mine's more up to date because a lot of the forms had changed recently. Hi, Cecil.
Good morning, Nicole. How are you?
Real good. How are you?
Doing excellent.
I did just go over some changes or updates to transaction desk. I can do it for you at the end if you'd like to see those. I'll go over it at the end, but right now we're going to jump into our contact templates. Okay. Is that okay with everybody?
Yes.
Now, this was something, okay, this is going to seem so simple, and some of you that do a lot of business may have already done something similar to this, but I had not. And so for the 4 or 5 times I get a deal during the year, I would be like grasping at, oh, gee, where's my home inspector list? Oh, where's that list of lenders? You know what I mean? And I didn't have it all organized. So I decided that having a list of templates, let me put this on present so you can see it nicer. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Yes.
There's different situations that we could benefit from having a template. And these are some of the situations that actually Lonnie and Doreen and I came up with, because we kind of brainstormed some ideas there. And what it is it's kind of a way of ensuring that you've given them the details you always want to give them, because sometimes when we're talking face to face, we get sidetracked and start talking about pets or different things that have happened in our life because you have something in common with the client.
Mhm.
So there's certain things we always want to tell our clients, like after they've met with the lender, we like to explain that the lender's taken a snapshot of your finances. Please don't make any major purchases or go out and buy a car right now, because that could just mess everything up. Check with the lender to make sure you're okay to do that. Any large deposits or large debits to your bank accounts would have to be explained and could throw the numbers off, right? Things like that we say, oh, geez, I tell them that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you could have a form that you send out after you've talked to them. You can have an email ready to go that kind of goes over those things that you always want to make sure you hit on. After closings, I was always bad at following up with clients after closings. So I've been trying to come up with ideas of ways I can reach out and touch them, contact wise. So
Right.
after closing, I like to send them homesteading information. And they get bombarded when they first move into their new homes. They usually are bombarded with all kinds of people trying to do homesteading for them and charging them a fee. So I'm really not sure on that one. When's the best time to send it? I went with a month after closing because I didn't want to bug them too soon, but it might be a good idea to mention it even before, like right at the closing table. Say, hey, you're going to get hit with all kinds of stuff to market you that they will like charge you a fee and they will file your homestead for you. You could explain that it's very inexpensive. I'll send you information. I'm going to give you a few weeks to get settled though, and then I'll send you information on that homesteading. So to tell you how to do it yourself and save yourself a few bucks. Then after that, I like to send the invite to the eProperty Watch. If you guys have not gotten on eProperty Watch yet, it's a great little tool. And it helps to keep them away from Zillow and those other places that are trying to get them to other agents. And it's a way to stay in front of them. I have mine set for once a month to go out. So once a month, they're going to see your name pop up in your email, even if you're not sending anything else. The 1-year anniversary is another thing that is probably a good idea to hit on. Whoops. And then you can do seasonal email templates for home maintenance as well. But that's like another animal. You could have that set up as a template if you're sending out the same thing throughout the year, but that's something you might want to decide on each season. So also when you're prospecting, like if you've just met with somebody, but they haven't signed anything yet, you could send a nice meeting with you email. And you could also invite seller prospects to eProperty Watch. So if you took the time to come up with a list, I'm sure you could come up with ideas of when these templates would be beneficial to you. Okay.
Mhm.
Now let me get out of this real quick and show you how easy it is. And now this mostly is going to apply to Gmail users, but I do believe Outlook has a program that will do this as well. And if anybody here uses Outlook, I can look that up and let you know. But I actually have 2 ways of doing it. In your Gmail, if you're a Gmail user, which a lot of us are, if you go to settings, let me move this over again, go to all settings, and then just go to, I think it's under advanced. Here we go.
Template.
It is a feature right in your settings that Gmail offers to make templates, but you have to enable it. So when you first go into your settings, if anybody wants to check right now, feel free. It'll say that it's disabled. And all you have to
Wow.
do is enable it. And it is the coolest thing, I think. So what I do is I go to compose, and our little pictures keep getting in my way. There we go. I go to compose. I hit no signature because I have the signature built right into my template. You go to the 3 dots. I don't know if you all know that. That was a little thing I just showed you. If you go to the pen, you can click whether you can have multiple signatures, or like if I do work for Jimmy, when I was doing work for Jimmy, I would use that signature. If it's me, I use that signature. And For this though, I'm going to select no signature. And then my cursor's right there. I want to go to templates. Whoops, sorry, templates. And these are all the templates I have saved. So right now I'm going to click on congratulations.
Where did you go? I'm sorry. Where did you go before you hit templates? I didn't see that.
Oh, just compose.
Oh, really?
Compose a new email and no signature I hit.
Oh,
But like
okay.
you could always use the same signature. You don't have to build the signature into your template. Okay.
Okay.
So, and then I go to the 3 dots.
Okay. That's what missed. Okay.
Yeah, these, actually I should call it the snowman. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
They go to the snowman and click whichever template you want to use. So I have this one done. And what I did, I put a little header in there. I took this off of our stationery for HomeSmart. I just made a picture of the top of the stationery, and then I use that image right in here. And you just center it. Like when you bring an image in, it's an image, and you can go down here and move an image to the, whoops, hang on, to the left, you know, to the right, of course, or just center it. Just for those of you that aren't familiar with that, write your note with, put the signature the way you want it. That's coming in twice though. Okay. And then you would just, let's say I had just created this. I would go over here. I would go to templates, and then I could go save draft as template. And if I hit on this, it would just replace the one that's already there, or it would save it as a new draft, new template. Are we following?
Yeah.
some of
Okay.
it.
Okay. Well, okay.
I could lie to you and say, no, it's great, but I'd be
What I-
lying.
What I think you guys should do at this point, I'll stop sharing a minute. Would you guys want to go into your Gmail and enable it? It won't hurt anything if you enable it. You can always disable it, but I mean, if you never use it, it doesn't matter. It would just be enabled though, in case you decide to.
Yeah.
Would anybody
Okay.
like to do that? Okay,
Yeah, I will.
It
Okay.
helps than just watching if we do our own, yeah.
definitely. Hey, Doreen, how are you? Hi, Bill.
Good morning.
You guys, I'm going to go over the changes in transaction desk after the class is over again, because we did it in the beginning and it only took like 10 minutes. Okay. So I'll go over it after for you guys that missed it. Okay. So what you'd want to do is go up, open your Gmail
Okay.
and go to the settings, the gear button over in the upper right of the browser page or of the Gmail page. Do you see that?
I do.
You click on the see all settings. And then across the top, you're going to have several choices. Click on advanced. Let me know when you're all there.
Got it.
I'm there.
Okay. And then the second one down says templates.
Mine is enabled, believe it or not, but I've
Wow.
never used it.
Well, Lonnie, I think you were you were with me the first time I brainstormed through this.
Oh, well, that's why.
Yeah. Everybody else find it?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
First
So
request.
now once it's enabled, we could
Right.
go over to compose. Oh, now I'll share back with you.
Where's
Oh,
Compose?
actually, should I not share so you guys can do it? I'd rather you do it. Okay.
Where's compose again?
At the top of your Gmail. Here, let me see.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was
Okay,
trying
at
to
the
stay
top of-
within that white box.
No, at the top of your oh yeah. So I apologize. So once you have enabled the templates, you do have to hit save changes at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
I apologize. I forgot that step. So
Okay,
now
I'm
get back to your Gmail, hit inbox, get back to your Gmail, and then go to compose.
Are we writing a message or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how to make a template right now. Let me open this up again. Okay, I'm gonna hit share. Oh, wait, we have something in the chat. Oh, okay, cool. And let's see here. Somebody was just saying hi. Okay, so now I want you to hit the compose button. And you can make it bigger. There's 2 little arrows at the top of your email so that you can either have it smaller or bigger. And make your subject line something simple, like, let's see, lender recommendations or something, whatever you're gonna, what this is gonna be about, because whatever is in that subject line is gonna be the name of your template. And you want it to be something you recognize right away when you go look for a template, but that also looks fine to your buyer or seller, okay, to your client. Okay, and then you would say, you know, I usually leave like hello, comma, because when I go in to actually send the template, I can add their names. I can change that greeting however I want it to be. And then, you know, you might say something like, if you already are affiliated with a lender, please have them send me your pre-approval information as well as their contact information. Oops. And then I would go on to say, I do have several lenders I work with that I like to recommend, and list your lenders, and then, you know, close it sincerely, however your closing is. And then what you would do is you would go down to the 3 dots. Are we okay?
Uh-huh. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Go,
I was
okay.
still typing, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I can give a minute. I have
No,
one of
no,
these
go.
done. Okay. Go to the 3 dots,
Okay,
templates, save draft as templates. Now this one was called lender recommendations.
right.
So I'm going to save the draft as a template. And then I
Okay.
think, oops, I have to hit over here. Hang on. Things in the way. Save draft as template. And then it's going to ask me, do I want to save it as one of these guys again, or do I want to save as a new template? So I'm going to hit new template. If it's automatically going to name it what your
Perfect.
line is.
Perfect.
So now when I go back in, I can throw this in the trash can. Let's go back over here. Compose. And I'm going to make that bigger so we can see it. I'm going to take away the signature because I already saved it with the signature. And I'm going to go to here to the dots, and I'm going to hit templates, and I'm going to look for my lender recommendations. There it is. And it fills it in. So all I have to do is say, hello, Doreen. You know, whatever I want to add. Maybe I want to add a personal note.
Can you go through those those few little steps you just did at the end?
Okay.
Just
So
those few.
after a template's created or to
Yes.
create it? After?
No, I've already created it, you know, partially, and saved it as a draft, saved it as a new template, and then what?
Perfect. Okay. Then you would, you can hit the trash can once you've saved it. You can delete it. Okay.
Oh, you can?
already-
Okay.
Yeah, it's saved in Gmail. Gmail has like recorded it. Okay.
Okay, I don't see the trash can.
At the, oh, this little guy in the corner here.
Hold on. You're
Can't
too
see it.
small.
Right.
Oops.
Or just close it. It'll just save in your drafts. Just close it.
Okay, I'll close it. Then
Okay.
what?
So now we go compose. Right?
Okay.
These pictures, it's really funny how the Zoom, you get in the way of your little pictures. Okay. I hit the arrows to make it a little larger. I'm going to
Okay.
go to the pen, and I'm going to
Okay.
say no signature because I have a signature on the template already. Okay. Go to the snowman, click templates, and then whatever template. Wait, are we saving? We're opening it, or did you
Okay.
save it?
I
Yeah.
see it. Yep,
Okay.
I see it.
When you hit save as a draft, you do have to go over, like it's opening a new box here, and you do have to pick something, either a new template or replacing one of the old ones. Okay. But when I'm opening one, I just have to go templates and then open whatever I want to open. Let's see, I have 2 Homestead ones. Why is only one showing? Let me see here. Okay, now I wish there was an easier way of looking at all my templates at one time. Like I'm not real crazy about this list. So I did go a step further with mine. Okay. I don't know if you guys use your Google Drive, but I love my Google Drive. Okay. And so I made a master list for the contact templates. And I also put them on a document. So if I, let's see, congratulations on an accepted offer. Let's go to this one. If I click right here, here is that template. But congratulations, your offer's been accepted and you are officially entering the escrow period. I shouldn't have said officially, we will open escrow by your deposit of the earnest monies. I will send the escrow officer copies of the necessary paperwork. The title officer or one of their assistants may contact you for information. I will include their contact information below and give you the escrow number once it is assigned. I will also send you a timeline sheet that will show the time frames we have to follow to protect your earnest money and to fulfill the contractual obligations. We're on the way to getting you into your new home. And then I put the escrow information. And then this is the form I will attach once I have filled it out. That's in our transaction desk, the residential purchase. Okay. I like that form a lot because that keeps me on task. And, you know, it's not a bad idea to share it with your client, but you could write this message any way you want. Now, another thing I could do is I could copy this. So if it's easier for you to work in a document, you know, you can do that. Hit compose, put the subject line here. I'm going to get rid of this. Well, here, I could just get rid of this guy. Okay, and now let me go back to that template. Just a minute. It was right here. So this is another way you could do it as well. Go here, copy, and just paste everything in.
Ha,
Whoops, whoops, where'd it go?
it's there.
I think it was this one. Here we go. And no, that wasn't it. Here it is. Okay, let's move this over. So there's two ways you could do it. You could just do it right through Gmail, or let's say you're a Yahoo user. I don't think Yahoo has the feature. Like I said, I do believe I read Outlook did, but I'm sure there's a different way to access it. You know, I'd have to look for that for you. But you can access it very easily in Gmail. But if you don't like looking at that little list of templates, you can just create your own on a document, have a master document, and each one leads, you know, if you just link it to the document you created for that template. So I like it. Otherwise I will get very flustered thinking, oh gee, what do I have to send next? I like it because it just kind of keeps me on task and keeps me organized. I can share like this sheet and my master document sheet with you if you'd like. But certainly if you have other ideas for when it would be beneficial to send these templates, let me know. I would love to know.
Oh, that's real good.
Yeah,
Really
that'd be
good.
great if you can share it. Much
Mhm.
appreciated.
And the templates though, I would like you to like, make sure you make it sound like you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, you want to really personalize those. Do you guys work in Google Drive at all, or are you all like Microsoft Office users?
Outlook.
Neither one.
Outlook, okay. I'm sure Outlook has the same way of doing it.
You know,
I don't,
however, I have an Outlook and a Gmail account.
which do you use for business?
Outlook.
Okay, then you probably, it gets confusing if you've got to look for your emails in two different places, you know?
Ah, yes, primary would be Outlook.
Yeah, then I would stay with Outlook. Let me look up real quick. Outlook. Whoops.
365, yeah. Mhm.
How to make email templates. Okay.
Ah, okay, okay.
That's MailChimp. We don't want that one. Here we go. Create an email message template for Outlook. So they do have a way to do it. I'll put this link
Perfect.
in the chat for you. Where's our chat here? Oh, I forgot to record. I always forget to record. I'm going to turn that. Jimmy wants me to record. I'm sorry. If he asks you, I really did do a class. Okay.
I was going to ask you that at the beginning. If
I
you
thought
were,
it was recorded, Nicole, because
It-
there's a red bulb going
Oh.
on and off in the
Oh,
left.
good then.
yeah, you're
Good.
right.
Oh, good, good, good. Okay. I might have had it set then to start
See,
automatically.
so you're ahead of yourself, right?
Yeah.
And
So,
can we listen to this recording again and again if we needed to?
Oh, sure.
Or-
It might be easier. I'll tell you the truth. I had, you know, I like it to feel comfortable. So I didn't want to really go through a slideshow, but I do have the directions all on this slideshow. Let me show you real quick. So this, I'm going to go through it fast. Okay. It's just ideas for keeping clients informed. The thing I like is, you know, you're treating everybody the same, basically. I mean, as far as information that you're giving.
It's a system, and that's great.
Right. And I never really used to get when they say like automate your business or use a system. I'm like, a system? What the hell are they talking about? You know what I mean? And this kind of put it a little bit in place for me to think about it this way. So the first thing you want to do is probably brainstorm and see if this fits your needs, this list of when you might want to have automated contacts. And then I explain it here that Gmail has this feature. And just go into a little more of the point of it. The point is to ensure you treat your clients equally and make it easier for you, you know, to automate your business. There are other ways out there of doing it. There's Chrome extensions and there's Canva offers something, but I looked at both of them and I really don't think they're worth the time. This is so easy. You know what I mean? You just go to Gmail and just enable it. You don't need an extension.
I actually love it. I do.
Thank you. If you go into Canva and create a whole template in there, then every time you want to add a client's name, you got to go into Canva. So I like it just that it's simple. It's right in Gmail or in the Google Drive, wherever you want to keep it. But, and you can keep it in both. Whoops, I don't want that going. I'm trying to get past this screen just a moment. There we go. So here's your directions for enabling it. And I'll send this over to you. Open Gmail, go to the gear icon in the upper right corner, click on all settings, click on advanced, look for templates and click enable. And then I have directions for making a template, how to send it.
Perfect.
And then I just had some examples here. And you can play, I don't know if you guys ever play around in your signature settings, but I was kind of messing around with different settings. This little guy here is in our RSA, but I'll tell you the truth, I didn't think the print was, I like personalized it and downloaded it. So you're supposed to get a higher resolution. But the logo they have there, like put my experience and professionalism to work for you, however they phrased it, I can't remember because I can't read it here very well. Oops. It didn't seem clear and crisp. So I'm not really happy with that. I wish it was, you know. I don't, are you guys did you find one you liked?
Yes.
Signatures? Okay. And then I also, online, you'll get lots of ideas for things to send clients. And I had downloaded this from a guy named Jamie Resins. It was free. And just some ideas, like if you did want to set up a template for each month, you could, you know, and then do like have your clients in under a contact label so that you can send it out to everybody at once a month. That's another idea, the way you could use it.
Are you going to send us that free templates? Those,
Yeah,
those
I'll
look
give
kind
you
of
a
cool.
link. Yeah. And then it's going to look good because your Gmail looks good, whether it's on your phone or on, you know, a big computer. Okay. So I will send you guys a link to this right now. And I think, oh, Cecil, or wait, is that Donald? Oh, hi, Donald.
How are you? It's Cecil Donald. It's Cecil
Oh,
Donald.
it is Cecil. Okay. I thought it looked like the same guy. Okay.
You already said hi to him, yeah.
Yeah. You're trying to trick me, but his name changed.
Yes, it
Right.
did.
Okay, confused me. Okay, so let me get you the link to this, just a moment, and then I'll go over it for you guys that missed, what do you call it? That, I forgot what we missed anyhow. The transaction desk. Okay, so I'm gonna get a link for you guys, copy the link. And let me go back to here. Go into the chat.
Template. Okay.
Okay, there's the link to the slides. And then, did you guys want this list too?
Yes, I want all of it. I got to go now, but
Okay.
I'm going to Arizona. I will re-listen to this again and again and again.
Okay.
That's the only way I learn.
I would definitely want it. Yes, please.
Yes, okay, let me clean that up and get those in its own little folder and I'll send that to you guys. I'm going to turn off the share for a second. I think, or is the share, oh, the share's off actually. Okay. So just to close everybody else out, and then the people who wanted to see the transaction desk changes, I think Bill, Cecil, and Doreen. Robin, I don't know if you saw that. I think you did.
I did. Thank
Okay.
you.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for coming. It was a
I'm
pretty
definitely
short.
going to review it though with you, Nicole. I'll be here.
Great. Okay.
And we would be able to retrieve this recording.
No, I was really just recording for Jimmy.
Oh,
God. You
I
know,
see.
but if you really want it, I will. I can
Okay.
send it to you then once it's loaded if you think that's beneficial. Mhm.
Definitely. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Let me go in and share screen and we'll go over to transaction desk again. Okay, share. I was really excited when I found out that Gmail had that template feature, because like I say, it makes me feel more organized and like I'm ready to do business when I have all those little things in place, you know.
Right. Mhm.
Okay, so you go to your GLVR, it's actually LVR. I gotta stop saying GLVAR, but they still have it up here right in the tab.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah. It shows up in a couple places, even though, you know, it's not supposed to be who we are now. And then you're going to go to your transaction desk, of course. Mine's already open. When you first go in, it takes you to the agent dashboard.
And then you went to the gears, correct? Right.
I did. I was kind of showing you that you should familiarize yourself with things in here, because you would be surprised how many people don't have accurate user information in there. Or, you know, just make sure everything is in there the way you want it to be. Your email signature, branding, I think are off. Oh no, I did put something here, but I don't think that really shows. I don't know what that would show up on, because I think the company branded the forms. But it's a good idea to check this stuff out. Program settings, like when you type in your documents, you can have, where is it? Oh, markup, it's markup. You can actually set the default from here, because how many times you go to type when you're typing in a contract and it's either too big or too little, or you don't like
Yeah.
you can preset that here, so it'll always be the same for you. Okay.
Okay.
So when I would go in, the reason this started is I would go in and I would start a new transaction, and I would see that it said buyer packet. I think it said listing packet or seller packet. I don't remember. And I thought transaction desk had set it up because it had nothing else on it. And I did see in one of the tutorials I watched that you could make your own templates. Well, we have a list of required docs from the office. So I thought, gee, we should have a template that's the same as the required docs, right? That would make sense. So you could just go in and know what you needed for the office. Well, when I went into transaction templates, which is where you would go to make your own, I saw that the buyer packet said underneath right here where it shows created by, it said created by Jimmy Dague. And I never knew that because it didn't say HSE, it didn't say by JD or anything up here. So I talked to Jimmy and I changed that, because I said, you know, if it said HSE template, I would know it's from the office.
Right.
And I would use it. So I made sure that they say HSE. I also had to have transaction desk change the settings so that Jimmy's, whatever Jimmy put in there would go to all three offices. It was only going to the El Capitan office, which is something, you know, you wouldn't even think about, you know what I mean, unless you ran into a problem. So it now goes to all three offices. I made a buyer packet for him, a buyer's brokerage packet, and a listing packet. As I said, he did have some packets in here, but a lot of the forms had already been updated and they weren't loading with the new forms.
So
Like when
therefore, Nicole, if I can rudely interrupt,
No.
that by seeing these packets here already done, that means we're good to go. Is
Yes.
that right? That everything that is required by HomeSmart is in here.
Yes. And let me just show you that sheet real quick, just so everybody knows where it is. If you were to sign into Real Smart Agent and you went to downloads, and you click over here where it says paperwork, there's rental listing paperwork, and sales paperwork, but they're actually all on the same form. You'll get one form, whichever three of those you click on, and it'll be this one that says required docs.
Oh, okay.
So I cross-checked to make sure I was including what was on this list.
You
The only
did.
thing I
Uh-huh.
can't, yeah, the only thing I couldn't include is like the ERMLS
Okay.
or the tax star, which is actually not called tax star anymore. I was watching one of the MLS videos and they said tax star went away in 2013, but you know, I didn't administrate, I'm not admin at the office, so I can't change that.
I'm
you know.
with you on that one, though. I still call it tax star. They haven't called it yet in a while, but it's
Yeah.
habit, yeah.
So as she recommended using the tax 360, she thought that was the most inclusive in the video I watched. But I think anything works as long as you got the tax information in there. So let's
So
get
you
back.
did a real good cross-reference here, didn't you, with this
Oh,
here?
thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, I could show you. Yeah, I tried to. Let me just show you real
Excellent.
quick. Where's trans? Geez, what did I put that under? It was in here, I think. I can't remember, but I actually lined them both up and I did lines across
Oh.
each one. So yeah, I tried to. Okay, now let's go back to transaction desk. So we're in here and you can open these and you actually see you don't have permission to change this template because it's under the broker's name, but it shows you the forms that are included.
Which is real important. So
And
there's,
then I did include the
Excellent.
checklist. But when you do, you can do your own. So let's say you were to go here again to transaction templates. And let's say you have particular situations, like we have one gal at our office that always does auctions. She does, not always does auctions. That's how she actually gets her clients. Estates people that need an estate sales service because somebody has died. Very often, that's usually, I think, the most common reason she gets contacted. They need to list their property. So sometimes she has an in right there that she can get the listing as well. And so maybe you might have a certain situation why you need to have another document included, in your packet. So you can create your own packet. You would just go to settings. Let's see, when we click on settings again, you have to click on transaction templates and you could hit add. Okay. And make your own. But for most of us, we don't need to do that. We just need to have what the office requires. So we would go to transactions. We would go to add to put your transaction in, and it would be buyer last name for me, and then address I would put, but you do whatever works for you. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you have a system in place,
Yeah.
And I'm going to do the buyer's brokerage packet. I like to use the wizard.
right. I made a note of that. Perfect. Good.
And actually, there is another way too. If you know like what property you're writing the offer on, you can include that information from the MLS as well. So it'll bring
That'll
all that
help.
info into the contract for you, so you don't have to type as much. And then it's accurate as well. And I do, I know like whatever works for you guys though, but I do a separate one for each transaction to keep everything legal and in place. You know what I mean? So if I have a buyer and I have 3 deals going, a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I want to make sure I'm not getting confused with other paperwork from another offer.
Good point.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So then you're going to hit create. Slow, huh? I guess I got too much open. I recommend filling out the wizard, but for right now, I'm not going to. Now you could either go to forms here on this dashboard, but I like to go over here. Just, we get into habits, and these are all the forms that I would need. Should I include the supplemental in here, guys? I didn't. Do you want me to add the supplemental? That's,
Yeah.
but then you can delete it if you don't need it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay,
Yes,
so
please.
you'd rather have and then I was even torn between the buyer's brokerage. There is a cancellation agreement for that buyer's brokerage, but I figured that's a rare situation that you're going to cancel your buyer's brokerage. So I didn't include it, but there is one available, just so you know. Just like there's many addendums and counters, we put one in, there was one on the required list. So I just tried to match it to the required list, but I think I'll add the supplemental so people don't forget. And then if you don't need it, all you can do is, you can just click over here and hit delete. If there's if that's supplemental, or if you didn't say you're done doing everything and there were no counter offers, just go over here and delete. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So once you take your form and you fill it in and you sign it, it becomes a document.
Right.
So when you're in your transaction, if you go to here, you would see your documents. I wish they would let us delete that fax cover sheet because I never fax. I don't know about you guys, but
No.
It is annoying.
yeah, it's like, but you can't even get rid of it. I hate to even look at it.
I'm sorry. What's a fax?
Yeah, thank you. Good. Oh, is
Good
that Jack?
point.
Hey, Jack, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, we've kind of moved beyond the fax now in the last decade, haven't we?
Yeah, and it doesn't let you get rid of it though. It's funny.
Hey,
Okay.
Nicole,
Yes.
question. Do you have a new build template?
Oh, no, but the office doesn't. Should that be something? Do you have ideas for the new build?
Well, when you go to
You're
a
right.
new home community,
You're right.
we need
Different
whatever.
needs. Yeah. Huh. No, I didn't even think about that, Bill. But yeah, we could brainstorm on that. Let me just show you one more thing here real quick, and then let's go to that idea. Over here on the right, remember all of these options on the right keep you within your transaction. So if I hit checklist, here's the checklist. This matches everything that is in the forms for that template we just selected. And I can use this to keep track of what I have done and uploaded to RSA already. Okay. So I kind of like that feature because sometimes you get confused. You're thinking, oh, did I put it in RSA? So as soon as you've put it in RSA, go here, click it off. And that way, when you're working in your forms, you don't have to question what you've done already. Also, do you guys know that this history button, again, you're staying within your transaction. This lets you know what emails you've sent out from here, from Transaction Desk, and what tasks you've completed on this transaction. Geez. A lot of tasks there, but that's there as well. So I like the checklist.
Thank
I
you.
like the template. My pleasure.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I didn't even know about that one.
Yeah, I don't. A lot of people do email from Transaction Desk, I think, because it's so convenient. And I guess I could see it like for a signing, of course, but I kind of like to keep all of my emails in one area. So I like to email from my Gmail because then if I'm searching for any information I've already given that client, it all comes up together rather than having to go to because some people will send like written email from Transaction Desk. I don't like to do that. Just the signings I do in there. But everybody's got a different way of working. So whatever works for you is what's important, but just some food for thought. I don't want to, that's the thing about a CRM too. Like, I think you either have to do all of your emailing and contact from one place, so you don't have 3 different places to go look for it, right? And I just,
Yeah.
like I don't want to have to look and, oh, gee, did I send that? Let me go check Transaction Desk. Let me check my Gmail. Let me check my CRM. Like, you kind of want everything integrated. Okay, so let's talk about your idea there. For a new build, let's go to the RSA document. Have you just done a new build? Bill? Oh, Bill?
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
actually
that's okay.
I'm actually in dialysis, so I'm having a hard time.
Oh, don't worry then. Sometime if you have ideas what you would like on that form, let me know. And then I can, talk to Jimmy and see if I could get that in here for us.
Well, I know they require certain forms because the contract is coming from the builder, not from us.
Right.
But we have to add other things in there. It's not a lot.
It's been a
but I
while
was
for
just-
me. Yeah.
It's I was just wondering if there was a template for that.
No, but we can certainly make one. I know obviously you still need your duties owed, but there's other requirements that we have in LVR for a new build.
There are some,
Okay.
but it's not a lot.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to get with you again because I missed the beginning I missed some things, and since I'm in dialysis, it's hard to. I had a hard time getting into this
Oh,
thing.
I'm
So we'll
sorry.
talk. No
Okay.
problem.
Okay,
Thank
take care
you.
of yourself, Bill. I'll send you the video and the slideshow that walks you through it as well.
Fantastic. I'll go look at that. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, anybody else have any questions?
No, it's
Nope.
been awesome. A lot of good info.
Is it too much to, was it too much too fast, or was the pacing okay?
Not at all. It's excellent.
Thank you. Thank you. And Jack, I can show you, I know you came in late. I had just done a template idea that I had found you could do through Gmail that I really like. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Victoria, did you have any questions? I think she might be busy. She might be on a phone call. Okay.
Well,
And
thank you
Steve,
very much, Nicole. It was perfect.
Yeah, thank you,
And-
Nicole.
thank you, guys. Take
Anything
care.
you can send will be appreciated, of course. Thank you.
I will do it. It'll
Yes.
take about a half hour probably for the video to get
At
over to
your,
you.
at your convenience, Nicole, no problem.
No,
Thank you.
right now we want it.
Yeah.
You tell them, Doreen.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, what would you guys like to see for next time? What's some of the interests?
Ah. Oh, boy, it seems like you've really gotten us more paying attention to the ins and outs of transaction desk, which I like what you've done.
Thank you.
Authenticine, you've helped us not be afraid of it, so to speak. You know, for some of us, we'll learn it. And I forgot the woman's name last time that said, yes, I was, learning about Authenticine. And then when the time came, of course, I went to the person's house and did it the old way. You know what I mean? Did it in person.
You do have to break that routine. You gotta get
Right.
comfortable. Yeah.
And so that staying with things like this is a big help, I think.
Oh,
for
good.
us.
Okay, stay with, yeah, well, technology is my thing.
Yes.
Oh, Victoria isn't, her audio's not working, but she's still connected. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have any questions, Victoria, before I let you go. Thank you for coming. And we'll give her time to answer there. And, okay, so let's see. Yeah, I'll have to think about what I'm going to do the next one on. Okay, guys,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you very
Jeff,
much.
you want to stay on a minute?
Yes, I
Oh,
wanted to chat with you for a sec.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
take care, guys. Nice seeing
Okay.
you, Cecil.
Okay.